What is good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I am going to be taking a lot of y'all's suggestions as I'm going to be replacing this here condenser fan motor. A lot of y'all on the last one where I say I lost money, if you didn't see that video, go check it out. In there I ask about what y'all do with all the like rotational wires and things like that. A lot of y'all said 3/4 coupling. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tape all the wires onto this, onto the seal tight underneath. That way it looks a little bit cleaner. There's a lot more suggestions, and on other motors I do, I will implement some of those other suggestions. So I really do appreciate everybody that really like chimed in. It was super dope, honestly. But it's funny, like after that video, I went to so many jobs after the fact where they were just done the way I seen, but they weren't taped up or zip tied. So I'm like, all right, this is kind of the way it's always been done, but it's time we change the game. So a lot of y'all's suggestions really helped. I'm going to implement that today. So we're replacing this carrier condenser fan motor with one of these Century motors. It's one of those 4-in-1s, so we're going to pick the speed, see what horsepower this is, and then we'll wire it up accordingly. But with that being said, let's get started. So the reason we're actually replacing this motor is it is a single phase motor, but it's running backwards. As you can see, the fan blades are going counterclockwise, and all that's doing is just dissipating all that heat right back on top of that compressor. So when we take this top off, you're going to see how hot the discharge, you're going to see how hot the top of the compressor got. But sorry, I know some people don't like me just pulling the wires, but gotta do what you gotta do, bud. 1, 2, and 3. Now if the seal tight's a little bit shorter, we'll be able to feed the wires in there. It's obviously a thicker wire here. The jacket on it's thicker, but yeah, let's see how. Yeah, she's hot. So it might not be as easy to free up. There we go. You would be proud, Ted. Another little pro working tip there. If you want, you can just go ahead and simply put this on your flip socket. Just don't push it all the way down, and it'll take these off. Bada bing, basta boom. That motor's still hot as hell. Holy shnikes. And what we're gonna do from the motor, which was right base at the base, 6 inches to the bottom of the hub on our fan blade there. Once we're done getting this all on, I got my bandsaw. I'll cut the shivity shafty. All right. Something else everybody else was saying was just cut the ground wire. So I'm gonna cut the ground wire. So from the grate to where this hole was 6 inches to where You can see how close that is. It's 6 inches to the bottom of the, from the mounting point to the shaft. 6 inches is where the hub goes. So right there, make sure that's nice and square on the shaft itself. Thank you, pig. Then the next thing is we're going to cut the additional off the hub here. If I can get her. Yay!
What are you doing?
Just smelling my new boots.
Those are not new boots.
Yeah, but with the help of Camel City Mill socks, they smell brand new. And if you want your boots smelling brand new, you gotta get some Camel City Mill socks made right here in America, in North Carolina, with Dan Marino Ironside wool. And I know that's not the proper term, but it's funny and I'm running with it. They enjoy it. Stands the test of time, 14-hour plus shifts. Your feet will feel fantastic. Reinforced toes and heels, plus they carry a 10-year warranty. Comment socks down below and we're going to get a care package from Camel City Mill sent out to you. Don't forget to hit the link down below, use code Kraus, save yourself some money, your feet will thank you, and your wallet. Now let's get on with the video. Feed all of our wires in. Black and white are our power, brown is our capacitor, right? And these will go right on through, no problem, of course. Yellow, yellow, purple, purple is our clockwise rotation. All I'm gonna do here is fold them up and put them in. We're going just like that. Straight like that. Cool. Y'all let me know what you think. How's that looking? I mean, I think it looks good. I want to feed this Nikes down through. It's just ain't a heat pump, it's just a straight cool. It's not gonna be as much of a problem for us. No wires, baby. Let's go. All right. Let's go ahead and button this bad boy back up. And we'll work on wiring it. All right, so again, on this motor, black and white is our power, correct? It's a 7.5 microfarad capacitor that is required. This is a 77.5, so we're good. So with that, you can just go ahead and cut one of these browns. All it is a wire that just goes in and out, right? So necessarily you don't even need that additional one. That way you don't got to run a separate capacitor. So I'm just going to take this right to the Hvac side. Right on, okay. Got that ran in there, right? And the stupid part here is I need spade terminals, so I'll be right back. By the power of editing, back. So Gonna go ahead and throw a couple of these terminal wires on our connectors here, because this is the right thing to do. I don't have the crimper one, but all you gotta do is put little man hands on it, and that bad boy ain't going nowhere. And then we'll zip tie, clean up all the wires, of course. Gotta do it all the way through, right? And again, just remember that these go on the opposite legs of the contactor. Okay, so we're gonna go one here on the Z bottom. That's why I got that brown and white wire capped off here. You don't need it. If you wanted to put a separate capacitor, you could. Took the other side of the fan right there. This white is going to be the common side of the fan motor according to the wiring diagram. And so we got that on the common side of the capacitor. And then down here, we got the other side of the hot. I'm going to loosen up my zip tie here. Got the other side of the hot on the other leg of the common. So make sure that's how that goes. But this is how you can just wire a conventional aftermarket motor as a 3-wire hookup without having all the extra wires. Pause. I actually had the rotation wrong. I read it wrong. All that work for nothing. So it's purple and yellow is clockwise, and the way I had it was, yeah, you get it. So we're just gonna swippity swappity swap them. All good, all good. And then we're just gonna put it back in. No big deal. No big deal. You didn't see this. You actually you didn't see this.
Sorry.
Move that down to the bottom. Okay. No wires on top. Moment of truth. All right. Pretty sure we are going. Oh, I feel the air. And then that way you guys can see we are now going the proper clockwise rotation. Forgot to turn it back on. And that's going to conclude today's video. I really appreciate everybody that commented on the last one, giving some suggestions. The other ones were just to get some butt connectors, and that way I could fit the rotational wires inside the seal tight, which could be the next one. Also, just get a larger piece of seal tight. That way they fit in there, no problem with the rotational wires as they are. And then another one was somebody had suggested a different motor, which I forget, but they said the rotation wires are long enough to fit down inside the panel. So that might be another option as well. But got it going, rocking and rolling. And don't forget to comment socks if you want a chance to get a care package from Campbell City Mill. And with that being said, if y'all could, smash the like button. Consider subscribing. All my subscribers, y'all already know. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Later.